Hello, Jason Ball here with Miller Electric and Hobart Filler Metals. Today's Miller Electric quick tip, we're going back to revisiting the Bernard Tregaskiss online gun configurator tool. Last time we were talking about how to do a Bernard setup. This time we're going to click on the tab for Tregaskiss and we're going to spec out a torch customized for an end user. We're going to go down to the tab, which is Configure My Gun. And from here, you've got a couple different options. I've got either a through the arm configuration or a conventional arm series. So look at the different pictures of these. We can see that when I pick through a CA3, which is a conventional series, I'm going to get this style looking of gun. It's a very important question I need to vet out with the customer first and foremost is what configuration do they actually have? If I click on through the arm, you can see in this picture, this is the style of the through the arm configuration. So this is going to set you up for asking a series of questions to your customer prior to you actually getting the SKU number to quote for the customer's application. I have to know, what's my robot make? In this example, we'll pick on Fanic. What robot model do I have? So I'll have to ask the customer, are you running this new 120IC series? Are you running a 100i? This is all going to depend on the configuration that was purchased for. Click continue. My gun mount options are going to be basically, do I want air blast, wire brake, air blast and wire brake? Again, as a distributor, it's going to be important for you down the road to know what these different feature sets really are in more of an intimate fashion. But initially, just to start this, path to purchase with the customer, these are just questions that they're going to have to be able to answer. And if you're only talking to a sales guy, this would be a good point for you to get in touch with the weld engineer of the facility, the person that's actually going to either be using this equipment or the person that's going to help integrate that equipment into the shop. In this example, we're going to put no options for this. Click next. Again, just like in Bernard, we've got the examples of, are we going to start with AccuLock R consumables, which is our new patented consumable technology, or is this existing shop using a Tough Lock series consumable? In this example, I'm going to use the AccuLock and click continue. For my nozzle style, you've got thread on and slip on. This is really customer preference. My go-to for any of these has always been slip-on just because of ease of use. That's just my personal preference, but I like to push that as well. I also need to know what the common diffuser is with Tough Lock that I'm already using, or AccuLock. If they have a certain nozzle that they like to use, this 401-8-62 is a common one. This is something at least I need to ask the question for the end user to find out. Next, we're going to figure out if we want a neck type, if we're going to go with the Tough Gun Ice setup, which is our external coolant lines that go directly to the nozzle, or are we just strictly doing an air-cooled gun setup? My neck and gun lengths, here's where I actually need to know the torch angles. Are they using a 22-degree neck? Are they using a 45-degree? Are they using a different angled neck, like a 60? This is all going to come down to how their tooling package was integrated. And you really don't need to have any more background on this except for these are a question that you have to ask the customer. Like, what's the degree neck you want? Do you want a medium length, a long length? And there's different literature that we have that helps show this. What's the distance from the TCP? In this example, I'll pick the 22-degree. Contact tips, we're picking this AccuLock Heavy Duty. My liner type, are they running a quick load liner, which is starting to become kind of the new norm out there in the factories? Are they running a standard liner? Quick load is where I can load it from the front. Wire size, this will be important so that they get the right liner package that ships with their product. Click continue. You get a note here about configuring gun for use with Fronius systems. My power pin, am I using an auto length power pin or a standard power pin? And then what feeder am I actually plugging this into? In this case, we'll pick a Miller style, but you'll notice that I've got a list of these I can go with, whether a Lincoln or Euro connector, Panasonic. I'm going to click continue from there. And then I'll be able to generate an automated torch solution with this tool. Here I've got my part number. I can simply select this. I can copy and paste it. So that completes the Miller quick tip on how to use the Tregaskiss Gun Configuration tool to configure a robotic automated torch system. This has been Jason Ball with Miller Electric. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.